Homovision.
Paul Burston, why did you organise tonight?
I organised tonight because I felt that there was a lot of discussion going on in private between individuals about barebacking and about bareback porn and about all that entails and what it represents and what the impact of it might be on our community. And it was all going on, friends speaking to friends, and it was almost like a taboo subject. I wanted to give it a public airing, and I just felt that by giving it a public airing, it encourages people to talk more honestly and openly. And I think the more honesty and openness there is about the kind of sex we're having and why we're having it, the better for our community.
Spike, why did you get involved tonight anyway?
Well, Bareback Mountain. Well, I was asked by Paul, basically because I'm a HIV positive man and I've been positive for about 23 years, and it was covering an area that was basically about young people's perception now of the safe sex message compared to what it was in the early 80s when we had the icebergs and people were dying on all this. And it was just trying looking at the effect, whether there was effect, where bareback porn was actually making people take decisions that they would regret in the morning when they found out they're HIV positive.
I personally don't think there should be a ban on bareback porn personally, because that's not the way forward. You should definitely inform people though, and I think the health organisations should really act a little bit more and be a little bit more responsible and sort of put out a stronger message out there to say, you know, like HIV is actually, you know, a dangerous disease.
I personally agree more like with Ben saying, you know, ban bareback, because as a youngster, if I go and buy my first porn and it's bareback, I will practice bareback because that's what I see. If I didn't have the education as an adult, where you're much older and you have an opinion and you have the education, then you make a conscious decision. But when it comes down to actually, you know, the young generation is where the infections are high, they do what they see, and they see that's the norm, they will do that's the norm, absolutely.
There is a mountain to climb here. This is not just a little thing that can be fixed quickly. There's no quick solution to this. You know, you've got a generation of gay men who've grown up under Section 28 with no sex education, no sense of community. They've come out into a very different community to the one that I came out into, where there isn't the same cohesion. It's all about marketing and paying pounds and selling. And hedonism has become the religion instead of what used to be the religion, which was community and looking out for each other. And you know, as I mentioned, I have a gay nephew. It worries me. I worry myself sick, thinking, what are this generation doing? And why did my generation go through all that? Why did people? You know, were those deaths not worth anything? Did those people not die for anything? That young kids now are going around putting their lives at risk because, you know, let's not make bones about it. HIV is a debilitating illness which takes its toll on your body. Now, it may well be that because of new drugs, people live longer, healthier lives, and that's great. But it's still not an advisable situation to be in. You know, it's not a lifestyle choice that one should be making, I don't think.
It was just good to, if you like, start a small discussion. I think other discussions will grow from this, and maybe there's a new movement to getting people more informed about the risks of having unsafe sex. And if we started to do that and get the whole thing sorted again, I think we'll all be very pleased.
At the end of the day, basically, it is about the government allowing kids to be educated in school. For them, at the end of the day, you have a choice. Everyone has a choice, and it's the choice you make, basically, and what you watch and what you do. Basically, the education should be there in the first place for kids to actually understand about everything about gay sex and about sex in general.
I think if you educate people and inform them, then, you know, that's the way forward. It would change people's minds.
I'm not somebody who believes in banning anything, so I find myself in a bit of a quandary about it, because I don't think that banning something makes it go away. I think it makes it go underground and it'll still be there. What I do think, though, is that I think that gay businesses and gay publishers and gay entrepreneurs have a duty to their community first. And that duty is to present people with all the facts. And I think that in the present climate, what I'm seeing is bareback porn being presented as being normal. And if I was a young gay man coming out now, I would come out thinking, oh, well, this is normal, this is what all the porn stars are doing, this is what the videos are on, that I'm seeing are showing, therefore it must be okay. And there's plenty of anecdotal evidence of young gay men thinking like that. There's plenty of, I mean, pornography plays a bigger part in our lives than it does in the average straight person's life, especially when you're young, because you grow up gay in isolation. So usually the first time you see someone else having sex, or the first gay image you see is often pornographic, especially nowadays with the internet, you know. So I think there's responsibility for retailers and distributors and producers to actually think about who's watching this stuff and in what conditions are they watching it and how receptive are they going to be and how is it going to affect them. And I don't think those questions are questions that they're asking themselves enough. I think they're burying their heads in the sand. What was interesting was no one asked tonight, why was there nobody from this world on the panel? Everybody was asked. We invited people from all the companies that distribute and manufacture bareback porn in this country. None of them declined. They all declined to come. I think their silence speaks volumes.
Homovision.